Am I supposed to do intro now?
Yes.
Oh. What does he say? He says, greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to MSNBC, my... What does it stand for?
Snarky News Broadcasting Channel.
My snarky news broadcasting channel. All of news, none of pants. My name is Corvus, and I am being forced to host show.
Why?
I was just told to go into a recording studio.
My significant other is avoiding me.
I have been joined by... How does he do these?
I don't know.
He introduces us.
Oh, I have been joined by Wren from Rendition,
Hi.
where she does streams. Yes?
Yes.
Streams. I actually will be live streaming tomorrow, or not tomorrow. Thursday.
And where she also does streams with Igor, her minion,
Who makes Flickr?
who makes booze. And I. Hello, Sarah.
Hello, Corvus. How are you?
I am a little nervous.
There's no
Don't be
reason for you
nervous.
to be nervous. You'll
Eh.
be just fine.
I have never done this before.
It is a first, but didn't you host a show of some sort? What was it called? It was the conspiracy show.
No, I did not host that show. They wanted me to host show, but a person who was running channel said no.
Hmm.
That is a shame.
You could have done amazing with that.
I do love conspiracies.
There was a show that you did at one point, wasn't there? You had a couple of other people and Ishtar as co-hosts.
Yet.
Ah, my mistake.
So, alright. I do not know how to introduce you, so do you want to introduce yourself?
They know who I am. It's fine.
Oh.
Now you say hello to the people who are in chat.
I can do that. Yes. What is first? Why do they say first?
Because that means they got here first.
Oh. Hester has claimed first. Hello, Hester. Zeo Gold has claimed second. Hello, Zeo Gold. Mansquatch did not say third. He just says hi.
So he still has third.
Oh, he has
Yes.
third. And hello, Mansquatch. And Za has fourth. There is no fourth place. It's usually just first, second, and third.
It is the honorable mention.
Oh, honorable mention. And then hello, Wild Breath. And Ghost Dog says hi, everybody, and then tags bunch of people.
Yes, Ghost Dog usually does.
And then Mitzi cursed and said she forgot
Yes.
it was Tuesday. Hello, Mitzi. And then Tom Leach says sup. I guess he has dinner he is going to, supper, yes?
So, Corvus, it is a blending of the words what's up.
Oh,
Sup.
I guess that would make sense. Malik also says sup dudes, so I did not think he was having supper with a bunch of men.
No, he did not.
And Steve Fernandez is here. Steve is, that is Antoine's minion, is it not?
It is one of those
Maybe.
people,
I think so.
Hello, Panina Chan says, what's this nonsense now? It is not nonsense. This is news show. We are getting to it. I am supposed to say hello to everyone who is in chat. You are a person in chat. That's why it is not nonsense. And then, Yeknon Meno says,
Yes.
Le Gasp Corade? What is Corade? I don't understand that one. Is he
What?
trying
The
to say
constants.
comrade?
I don't know.
He might be trying to say comrade. Hello, comrade. They are Mitzi is very excited to see Sarah and Wren.
Mm.
She
And
was
then-
also excited to see you.
Was she?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I see it. He's in all caps. Who else is here? I do not see anybody else.
Malik is here.
Malik. Yes. Hello, Malik. I think that is everyone.
Malik, to answer your question, he's hiding someplace. He's avoiding me, which means he's up to something that's going to get him in trouble.
He he
I
just
apologize.
stuffed me into a recording booth and said, "Do job."
He's
Said-
hiding.
Yes, he is hiding. Also, I wish to apologize in advance if you hear me coughing. Plague and I got into an argument this week, and she decided that I needed to have a chest cold.
You should not argue with someone who can make you sick at will.
She was wrong. She knows she was wrong. She does not wish to admit she was wrong.
And she's never going to admit she was wrong.
No, which is why I have a chest cold. Fortunately, I have some hot tea.
Oh. So how has week been for you two? Mine has been very interesting. I keep seeing people coming in and out of hideout, left and right. I have been keeping notes.
Mine's been pretty
Probably.
good. Lots of work, but pretty good.
Working is good. It is good for people.
Yeah.
Mine has also been fairly normal, with the sole exception of my significant other avoiding.
What is it? What is it? Why am I listening? Why is music playing?
I do not know. Why is music playing? You're the only one who can hear it.
Yeah, I don't hear it.
I know I'm not going crazy. I heard music. Okay, it is. Okay, I see. Ah, there was advertisement.
Ah.
I do not want to go to wherever they're wanting me to go.
I am told by Ishtar that I am to tell everyone that there are 14 people watching, and only 6 people have liked, and Penina-chan is being contrary tonight and has disliked. So please...
I am
I
not
will
fake
not.
Russian. What are you talking about fake Russian? You are random person. I do not know who you are.
You are a random person.
Penina is not a random person. She is a fae. She's very small and mischievous.
Oh, so the negative like actually is like a no like because of how small she is.
I suppose that's one way of looking at it.
Oh.
Ray says Corvus Jamaican Miss Gates. I'm not sure what that means.
I believe he says he
Ooh.
wants to say mistakes. Corvus is making Jamaican mistakes. You know, play on words.
I did not know that you were making Jamaican mistakes.
It was the music that suddenly showed up.
Ah, they can hear it.
Ah.
Hello, Ghost Dog.
We should probably get on with the show. Yes.
Yes.
Probably should.
All right. So how do Sarah, you have done
What?
this before. Wren, you are always on here. What do you do?
Well, we usually pick what to start with, and the last time we went, I believe, did we start with science?
I would not know. I was not here.
Okay.
I suppose you will have to decide, Ray.
I guess, Corvus, you start with Florida Man,
What's Florida?
and then we'll go Florida, Cringe, Science.
What is Florida
It
man?
is someone who lives in the state of Florida and does something usually
Stupid.
ridiculous or foolish.
Oh,
Did he hand you the articles?
I have a bunch of things. Okay. Okay. I see. Oh, that's not good. That's very not good. Why would you do that?
Corvus, you need to put it up on screen.
And start reading.
Yes.
Oh. Florida man allegedly shoots and kills other man during dispute in Starbucks drive-thru.
All right.
Why would you kill someone over Starbucks? Especially in Florida. There must be like 100 of them. You go to another one, you get more Starbucks. They have this thing that has caramel in it. It is very good. You cannot taste coffee. Once I drink it, I am up for days.
That's usually where Starbucks goes.
Ray says Florida man is kind of like Kamchatka man, only with more gators and fewer drunk Mongolians. Does that help?
Duh.
Let's go with yes.
The man has had his girlfriend, baby, and friend in car when he allegedly shot other man.
I don't think you're supposed to be doing that in front of your kid, but okay.
He looks very young. A Florida man allegedly shot and killed another man over a dispute at a Starbucks drive-thru on Wednesday afternoon. Justin Boersma, 19, was arrested in early hours of Thursday morning and charged with first-degree murder and firing a weapon in public place. Now, I am not adverse to laws in country, but I am pretty sure you are not supposed to shoot someone in public. Usually that is done behind the
Not
scenes.
technically, you're not supposed to shoot someone ever, but just don't get caught.
It is frowned upon.
He is very
It's-
young.
it's-
He is 19 years old.
Starbucks tends to drive Americans to certain lengths of mental instability. I'm sure it's something they put in their drinks.
If it's Florida, it's called meth.
You are
I
not
wouldn't
supposed
be
to do
shocked-
meth. That is bad. That's his drug. It alters perception. You are
Uh,
not supposed to do that.
Florida has meth gators.
Yekna Minnow says that shooting someone was overkill. Coffee is more a passive-aggressive comment under the breath.
Ghost Dog, you got my order wrong. It's time to die. It's only a comment said if you're at the Starbucks at like 5 in the morning right before work. Then, not wrong.
There is more to article. A witness told police that Justin cut off a man in line at drive-thru. So other man got out of truck, started banging on Justin's window and ripped the door handle off, according to an arrest report obtained by the Orlando Sentinel. As the other man started walking back to truck, Justin got out of his car and fatally shot him, according to local newspaper. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office said that when deputies arrived at scene, the victim was sitting in his car suffering from gunshot wounds and was transported to local hospital where he was pronounced dead. Well, usually when you get shot, you do suffer from gunshot wounds.
Yeah, well, not always. It depends on where they aim.
Boersma told detectives that after being arrested, that he had his girlfriend, their baby, and another friend in car, and he was afraid that the man was going to back to his car to get a gun, though he admitted he never saw a firearm. Samuel Rossetti was 31, has been identified as the man who was shot and killed, according to CBS 12.
Ah.
He has picture with dog.
Cute dog.
It is a nice-looking dog.
Hester says it is okay to shoot someone if they put onions on your burger when you ordered it plain.
I forget how bloodthirsty this chat can be sometimes.
That is a bit. All right. Well, Corvus, do you want something that, yes, I want to hear you say the title of this book. Because this is kind of funny.
You want to hear me say title of book?
Yeah. Parents left divided over rude book explaining where sperm come from. Now, if you could read the title.
Hold on, I have to find the article.
We're supposed to bring up all of the articles.
Yes,
prior.
I am bringing it up.
He's new, Sarah. He doesn't quite know what
I'm
he's
not-
doing.
I'm not lecturing. I am merely letting him know for the future.
The title of book is Ver Will Event.
It's fair to say that talking to your kids about the birds and the bees has got to be one of the most awkward moments of parenting. While some parents are happy to be upfront with their kids about where babies come from, others shudder at the mere thought of having to discuss how humans procreate. So you can understand why they might look to resources such as informative programs or even books to save them from red-faced discussions. FYI, don't just throw videos and books at your kids and run away, because 9 times out of 10 they're going to learn from the internet instead.
Is this talking about the birds and the bees?
Yes. However, parents have been divided over a brutally honest kids book, which explains all that thanks to the main character, Willie the Sperm.
Is
That
this
is
image going to get
No, it's a drawing and there's no real detail. You could always go over it real quickly if you want to.
Okay.
Where Willie Went, the big story of a little sperm is an educational book about a sperm called Willie who lives in Mr. Brown and fights against 300 million other sperm for the prized egg. One mom sparked a debate online after she took the family lowdown tips and ideas took to the family's lowdown tips and ideas Facebook group to share her disapproval over the book, which is aimed at 5 to 7-year-olds.
5 to 7 years old, they do not understand any of the things that they are going to be talking about in book.
no.
It also depends on the wording. A 5 to 7-year-old, if you word it in a kid-friendly way, they can understand to an extent, but they'll never fully grasp it till they're older. Quote, I thought I'd buy my daughter a new book and came across this in the children's area. We settled for Paddington bedtime stories, don't worry.
That is good. I understand Paddington Bear is very popular with children.
Yeah, just don't watch the live action CG. Paddington Bear is fucking creepy. Cartoons are best for certain things. Quote, oh my God, really a picture book that informs about biology and anatomy in a healthy way. In the children's section, too. What is the world coming to? How dare these children learn about their own bodies and functions they possess? May the Lord have mercy on their soul. One mom who completely disagreed. Meanwhile, others added, my kids love this book. I have a problem with this sperm being called Willie, but hey ho, accepted by intended audience. I'm kind of with the moms who like the book because it is, if it's informative and in the kids the right language for a little kid, it's not bad. But parents, of course, nowadays are freaking out because their kids are learning about biology
I
and science.
I believe they are maybe a little too young to possibly be learning about it. I understand why. You want to prepare them for what is coming in the next couple years, yes? If they're 7, if they're a 7-year-old little girl, it is within the next 3 to 4 years. A little boy, well, that is next, 5 to 6 years. So I think it may be a little early.
It depends. Though most pediatricians and even, people who have higher degrees than I will ever have, do say that the younger you start that conversation off with your kids, especially if you're using anatomically correct verbiage for certain areas, it's actually better for them because then by the time you have the talk, they know the basics. So then you can go, and this is why you don't sleep around without using protection or whatever form of the talk you're having.
I can understand that. I just think it is better than how I was taught birds and bees.
How is that?
I wasn't.
See, my parents threw a Christian video at me, and I mean literally a Christianity themed video at me and ran away.
It is basically when I asked about it, my father gave me a bottle of vodka and said, "Have fun."
I don't think that taught you much.
That seems inefficient.
Just a bit.
He was a very private man.
Zeogold, at no time was I speaking to grass.
Oh,
Antoine was lying to you.
I heard about that story.
No, Za, it was not. It was, I believe, something with does anyone know who Kirk Cameron is? I got one of those videos.
Alright, so we move on to science now.
Yes.
Yes, just one moment, please.
Alright.
Let's see. This one sounds interesting. These are articles chosen by Ishtar that was not done last week, so I have not read any of these. This one is a live science, and she said that these tend to be a little long, so I am allowed to skip parts. But the title of it is Zombie Mink Slaughtered Due to Coronavirus Are Rising from Mass Graves.
Zombies?
This is, I have to admit, this is new. Last year, Denmark culled millions of farmed mink after coronavirus infections broke out amongst the animals. But in the following months, hastily buried mink carcasses began rising up from the ground, propelled skyward by the gases seeping from their decomposing flesh.
Wait, read that again. They were
Yeah.
propelled flying dead minks?
Flying zombie minks.
I believe that they were just rising through the ground.
It says
Due to
propelled skyward.
Well, if you are underground and you are propelled skyward, would that not mean that you are rising from the ground?
But propelled means it gives impression that it goes up into air, like a balloon. Oh God, there are balloon minks. See, what you do is you take a string, you put it around tail, and
That
then
is
you
a
hand it to
horrible
little
balloon.
children.
Corvus, that is a horrible.
I got
image.
that's how I got my first pet. My mother looked at me, saw I was sad, handed me a string. On the end of the string was a cat. It was in the tree. I pulled the string, cat fell out the tree, and then rise into grave.
That is terrible.
In Russia, they probably do a lot of things backwards.
The virus, which causes COVID-19 in humans, had picked up mutations while spreading among the mink, and the Danish authorities worried that the mutant virus might spill over to humans and worsen the pandemic. I wish you would all stop resisting this pandemic. It is part of culling your overabundance.
Yes, but imagine a bunch of humans now untied on the end of strings, floating in air because of gases. I mean, I have seen some of the people that are in California, and I have seen people in Nevada and Florida. They are very, very they would make very good what is
Balloons?
it? No, balloons, yes, but Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade balloons.
Mm-hmm.
Like, could you imagine? It's like 6 people holding on to Tess Holiday as she is floating by.
Oh.
Do you even know who Tess Holiday is?
I have heard things.
Ah.
Luckily, you haven't seen things.
The other area to be concerned about is having this virus spill into an animal host that becomes a regional or local reservoir for viral infections. Jonathan Runstadler, professor in the Department of Infectious Disease and Global Health at the Tufts University Cummings School of Veterinary Medicine in Massachusetts, told NBC News in December. A few thousand mink escape Danish farms each year, so some infected mink could have potentially ventured into the wild and passed the virus to other animals. Citing these concerns, the Danish government issued its order in early November 2020, and by November 25th, mink on all 289 affected mink farms and farms within an assigned zone were culled, according to the World Health Organization. Most of the roughly 17 million mink carcasses were burned in waste incinerators, but due to limited capacity, about 4 million mink were instead buried in military areas in western Denmark, Reuters reported.
So now the floating zombie minks have weapons.
It does
Yes.
not get any better. One of the mass graves lies near a swimming lake, and the other near a drinking water source, which raised concerns of water contamination from local residents.
I wonder why.
I know. And not long after their initial burial, the mink carcasses began poking up through the ground like a scene pulled from a bad zombie flick. In response to this, the Danish government has decided to excavate the mass mink graves starting in May 2021, and per the plan, the 4 million mink will be burned at 13 central heating plants around Denmark by mid-July.
Why
do not
did they burn them
wish-
to begin with?
They did
They've
not
been
have
dead
enough
since
room.
November. I do not want to be the one digging these up. This is
The-
going to smell.
They've already died though, so you do not have to be anywhere near it. I see new people in chat, so I am supposed to say hello to them, da?
Mm-hmm.
So hello, JR. He says would make for interesting movie. Return of the Rocket Zombie Mink. And Wikipedia snippet says hello.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
And then Ray says, I remember when Harrison Ford knocked a German political officer from the 1930s out of Tess Holliday's undercarriage, declaring that he had no ticket. I do not know if that is how that movie went.
Well, we're gonna say it is and go with it.
Okay, it's real. It is real. But, Wikipedia snippet, is that a real Slavic accent or a character?
What do you think, Wiki?
What is he asking? I am Corvus. I am person.
He is wondering if you're an imitation, or if you are truly who you are.
Corvus is Corvus.
And
This
Wiki?
seems self-explanatory.
Yeah.
I have not been anybody else.
No.
No, you haven't. And Wiki, it's actually gorgeous weather in Minnesota right now. We're enjoying a few days of it.
So that is end of show, right? We each do article and then we go home?
We have to finish all of our articles.
But there are so many.
Yes.
Yes, the show
So-
is supposed to be 2 hours long.
I
now
was
it's-
not told about this when I got shoved into a recording booth. It is
Well, now you know, and you have a next article.
Yes, Ray. 100% OC. Original Corvus.
I have to continue reading about Florida, man. These people
Yeah.
have brain damage.
Yes, it's Florida.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, this Florida man may have brain damage, but it's for good reason. Oh, I have to hit button. I am supposed to read out loud again, yes?
Yes,
Yes.
they are all supposed to be read out loud.
Florida man jams thumb into alligator's eye to save his dog after hearing death cry. So Florida man decided he wanted to fight an alligator.
To save his dog. That
He
is
saved his
noble.
dog. That's not a bad thing.
It still means he has brain damage. It is just dog. Look, we just talked about minks that you put on end of string and fly like balloons. You can do the same thing with dog. Taxidermy is a thing. I am not the only one who knows this. I have bear in my living room. It is missing one eye, and that's because I took the eye out after I tried to stuff it when it was still alive. It did not like having cotton shoved in places.
Wikipedia, this is Corvus. Every now and again, Antoine likes to shove him into awkward positions.
And today, Antoine decided he wanted to run away from his significant other for reasons we do not know.
He's a very nice man. I expect all of you to treat Corvus politely.
See, Malik says I am doing good with hosting show. Thank you very much, Malik. I have no idea what I am doing, if I'm doing it right or wrong. Am I supposed to play video, or do I just read the article?
Play the video.
And then read the article too.
Well, I cannot do both, because one
Play
can
the
only be on...
Play the video, then finish the article.
All
Yes.
right. Well, it is muted. Uh-oh. What happened?
I do
Hey.
not know what happened.
What did you do?
There. Okay. I had to refresh. Refresh video. It is loading. That. What the hell was that? It didn't. It played like 5 seconds. I am going to read the article. I do not understand this. See, JR, I understand that now. Rule number 1 of taxidermy is make sure the bear is dead. It was dead after it ate about 8 pillows worth of cotton. It was very much a mess. I had to clean up afterwards. All over the place. I lost the eye. I was supposed to put it back in. I lost it. Most of the time you use fake eye. Well, I wanted to use real eye. I had no idea that it had rolled underneath the table and dog decided it was hungry.
Ah.
So I have one-eyed bear.
Why don't you just get a fake one?
Because
And
it
replace
would not match with the other eye.
Mm.
And one suggests I get something called googly eye. What is googly eye?
Do not
It-
get a googly eye.
It's
I googled
fake eye
eyes.
that moves around.
Well, I googled eyes and it brought up a bunch of pictures of eyes and things like that.
Put
So-
in a search for googly eyes. Do not simply Google it.
Oh, I will do that later.
Probably.
Holiday, Florida. A man and his dog are both recovering after an alligator grabbed his beloved pet during a walk this week in Holiday, Florida. Why would you put both? You said Holiday, Florida already. You do not have to put it in sentence. And he jumped into action to fight the creature off. Mike McCoy said he and his friends walk their dogs together every day. That is very good camaraderie. During their walk Tuesday morning, he said a gator grabbed his 8-month-old dog Jake. See, he's only 8 months old. You have not been that attached to it. I didn't see it, but I knew it because of the death cry. So that was it. Got to get him. And I did. Thank you, Jesus. McCoy said he knew he had to act fast once he realized the gator had his dog. The whole ordeal, he said, lasted just a few minutes. So does Antoine do voices? Like for different...
No, he does not.
So I do not have to do voices for other
No.
people.
No.
That is good. I do not do good voices. So I stuck my thumb through his eye, picked him up so he couldn't get away anywhere, and he finally let go of dog. And before he swam off, he busts me with a hand bite, and that was it. Well, you stuck your thumb in his eye. Of course he is going to bite you. The 62-year-old said he didn't even think twice about going after it. See, didn't think twice. Brain damage. That is what I'm saying. No second thoughts. Can't. You don't have time. It's a parent instinct. But I'm glad I have it because I wouldn't have him. Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission officials confirm that they contacted by the Pasco County Sheriff's Office around 8:30 a.m. May 11th regarding an alligator bite incident near Sweetbriar Drive. The WFC said it is investigating and coordinating with a contracted nuisance alligator trapper. I did not know.
Yeah.
I did not know that they had that. I thought Florida was open season. They all have. Don't you all have guns in America?
It's on the area.
The
There are some areas that guns are a little more popular, and there are other areas where not so much.
The trapper caught the gator on Thursday, according to FWC. It was 7 feet long, and this man picked it up. McCoy said he's glad the alligator was caught because of how close it was to a school. Well, I mean, that's just Darwinism. You know, you let the kids walk by, and the ones who make it get to learn. The ones who don't, you can always make more.
That is logical.
I think we were put there for a reason, he said. So maybe God wanted me there with him, so problem resolved. McCoy is just happy he and his dog are both okay. We could have came out a heck of a... You Americans speak very weird. We could have came out a heck of a lot worse. I mean, I have no tendon damage or broken bones, he said. He has no broken bones or punctures to his vitals. And then it says, suggest correction. I suggest you correct the man in how to speak.
All right, is that the end of your article?
Duh.
Okay.
Malik says he probably gave that gator crocodile tears. Boo. Boo that man. Boo him.
All right, we're going to go with creator of gross countertop spaghetti hack claims he wants to make cooking fun.
Do you want to say that again?
Creator of gross countertop spaghetti hack claims he wants to make cooking fun. I'll wait till you guys see the video of how this person thinks you make spaghetti. And
there is video. Oh,
there is video. I'm gonna wait till you guys watch this because
why does it do that? All right.
Holy cow. That's just right on the countertop.
Yep, all my friends are coming over.
Holy
This
smokes.
is the easiest way
Is it?
to make spaghetti for a crowd.
No, it is not.
It's fun. It's all just
You make spaghetti normally. You put it in pot. You boil it. It loosens it up, and then you put the sauce in
right in
pan.
front of you. You don't have to worry about dishes or a mess or anything like that.
It's
not
on your
according to this person.
It is stuttering. I don't know why it is stuttering.
countertop.
Yeah, this is how it works.
Apparently.
It's all over.
So she says that there is no mess. You are making mess on countertop.
Mm-hmm.
So there is mess.
How much
Yes.
sauce did she need for some spaghetti?
She used 2 whole things of the large Prego.
Why?
Because she has lots of people coming over.
Oh, it was for
Over
a
your
large
counter.
Then the next step is
serving. Very well. I could
you
not hear
need
the
a
video.
meatball. Let's
Meet the balls. Okay.
Still, that is disgusting,
my
and I would not
gosh.
eat at her house ever.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
I do not know why it is stuttering.
And in line. Gosh.
The-
And you've done this before.
Oh yeah, we do this all the time. This is like
Holy
literally
smokes. This is.
Listen, she says she does this all the time. Look, no one does this ever. The only people who do this are serial killers.
Yes. This video, it's got basically some reactions. On Tuesday, a Twitter user and YouTuber Jarvis Johnson tweeted the now deleted video to his over 133,000 followers that showed the woman demonstrating the easiest way to make spaghetti for a crowd. Johnson captioned the video, "What a normal and ultimate spaghetti hack." I'm sensing some sarcasm there.
No,
The video
no,
that-
the video is still playing. I have it muted while you were talking. No, you don't do this. Why? No, niet, niet, 9, no, in other different languages. No, this is bad.
The video which originated on Facebook, of all things, of course, Facebook, called Josh and Lisa, or from the Facebook page called Josh and Lisa, and it's titled "Ultimate Spaghetti Trick," shows a woman pouring uncooked Prego pasta sauce on her. They better hope to God that was a pristine white countertop, which she claims she does all the time. She follows up by placing meatballs and freshly cooked noodles all over the surface. Quote, "You don't have to worry about dishes or a mess or anything like that," the one says in the video. She then mixes all the ingredients together or folds all the ingredients with a wooden with wooden spoons.
We're
Adds
just
some
getting
lettuce.
to that part of the video. This is gross. I don't care
Oh,
how clean the countertop is. I don't care if it is marble. It is gross.
It gets worse.
Oh.
Excuse me. Good night, Ray.
Good night, Ray. She then adds lettuce on top and tops the leafy greens with Kraft Italian salad dressing and adorns her masterpiece with slices of bread
She puts lettuce on her spaghetti.
along with Italian salad dressing and then puts the bread on top of that.
Sarah, I know you don't normally take requests,
I will consider this one.
but I am pretty sure everyone in chat would send you lots of love and gifts if you make them disappear.
I will consider it.
Yeah. She claims that in the video that she's Italian and this is how Italians make this type of pasta, and ends the video by saying, this is the definition of family style."
I know Italians. I have met many of them.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time they have large gold chains and are talking about the family and things like that. They are very nice. They invite you in, you eat dinner, the mother feeds you everything that you want, and you never leave hungry. I have never seen an authentic Italian person make uncooked pasta sauce from Prego, as well as putting salad. They would murder her.
Twitter users had a multitude of responses to this bizarre video that ranged from confusion to disgust to anger. All fair things. Some Twitter users theorized the video is either a joke or something to do with a fetish. I like this one person's comment, which is correct. This girl has clearly never done this before because white marble countertops can get permanently stained. Someone else pointing out the cold sauce, and that's just one of the many, many problems.
Yeah, that is another thing. Okay, so the noodles, the spaghetti noodles were cooked. You could see them steaming as she was pulling them out with her bare hands and putting them on the cold countertop. You do not understand how much this hurts my soul. But she also placed cold Prego sauce, 2 jars full, onto cold countertop with cold pre-cooked meatballs.
Mm-hmm.
And then she put cold salad onto it and buttered French bread.
Mm-hmm.
This is not how you do things.
Rita Koleslav would agree with you. She asked what trauma in these people's lives caused them to hate plates so much. Garfield disapproves.
No, not just Garfield. That is the actual verified Garfield account.
Yes, that disapproves. I don't blame them.
The meatballs were pre-cooked, Ghost Dog. I'm assuming they were just as cold as the Prego.
This isn't the only time she's done this with the counter. The Josh and Lisa Facebook page also includes equally silly videos like fastest snack ever, ultimate party tick, never buy an expensive cake again, in which the woman changes the shape of a square sheet cake into a circle using the hollowed out lamp.
Sarah, please, as favor for me.
I will go and visit her and see what I
did
can
you see
do.
what she did to salsa?
Are you going to make me play this video?
Play the video.
He's doing again. Same count. She no.
Sometimes it makes a gross noise, but it's okay.
Yeah. That's really cool. Just the whole container.
Just the whole container. So
But that's
You
with
know that,
Mexican
like,
food now.
charcuterie boards are kind of going out of
I think a
style.
trauma
Right.
happened, and that's
They're
why
not
she
that
hates
fancy anymore.
No,
plates.
and when your friends come over, you want to still give them something that's super visual
And fun.
and fun. And
That's,
this is chip dip.
wow, that's
And it's
strong
gonna be
smell.
I don't know
amazing.
why plates
You
are a
want
thing.
some
Yeah,
queso?
she doesn't like it at her house, but
Right on top.
Cold. It's so
And you
cold.
want the
It's so
medium
cold.
stuff
It's
because
so
you
cold.
don't want your.
It is
friends
all
to be
cold.
Like, you know,
It's all right,
the
Clovis.
weird ones who don't like
You
spice.
don't have to eat it.
Right, no. I honestly don't love spice though, so is this gonna...
I understand, Tom. This is for attention.
Cool.
They're getting the
Wow, that
attention.
smell. I wish I
But
could
people
smell
will
how
actually
good
try and do
is.
this because they
Like-
are dumb.
All of these flavors mixed together, and then black beans. You
I
gotta
think they
have
just don't own
black
plates.
beans in your dip.
Wow.
they haven't
Gotta
realized
have
you can
them.
go to the
They
Dollar
put
Tree and buy
extra protein,
plates.
so it makes it really healthy.
Wow. This is really pretty looking.
I know it's gorgeous, right?
And
Wow,
putting
so
black
this is,
beans
like,
in your
really
salsa
impressive
does not
to
make it healthy.
Like, yeah, your friends are gonna
No.
come over and they're gonna be like, I need.
Well,
to
how
eat
many
this."
jars
And
of
then-
Tostitos
wow. So
cheese
this is for your
thing
spicy
did you
friends.
put on
This
there?
is for my spicy friend.
Yeah, and there's some carrots in here, but that's fine. Like,
So I probably won't venture down that.
oh,
Ren,
Cool,
stop.
though.
Ren, I cannot. You are evil person. Listen, I know Antoine is big jackass. You are evil.
You have no idea. If you really, really want to know how evil I can get with Cringe, just go ahead and ask Ishtar about a certain knitting article where knitting was deemed racist somehow.
Oh, yes, knitting of course is racist. Everyone knows this.
Do not bring that up to Ishtar. Nobody needs to listen to that again.
It's a very long rant. Very, very long rant.
I am going to distract us.
Okay,
I believe it is my turn anyway.
I believe it is.
Alcohol made from radioactive Chernobyl apples seized by Ukraine government.
Oh, see, that is not fair. They just want it all for themselves. It is extremely potent. You Americans deal with, I think the highest count is like 20% by volume or something like that. This stuff will knock you on your ass, even if you are immortal.
Zero Gold, if you wish to take a swing at the crazy cooking lady, try not to catch her in the kitchen. The makers of Atomic say that Ukrainian secret services took 1,500 bottles in violation of the law. In 2019, a group of scientists and distillers decided to create a bold new type of booze, Atomic, an artisanal alcoholic spirit made from ingredients grown in the Chernobyl nuclear power plant's still radioactive exclusion zone. The booze itself was not radioactive after the distilling process, Live Science previously reported. The first batch of Atomic is finally complete, and all 1,500 bottles of it have been seized by the Ukrainian Secret Services agent for unknown reasons, according to a statement from Atomic's manufacturer, the Chernobyl Spirit Company. It seems that they are accusing us of using forged Ukrainian excise stamps, but this doesn't make sense since the bottles are for the UK market and are clearly labeled with valid UK excise stamps, says Jim Smith, founder of the company and a professor at the University of Portsmouth in the UK. Elena Smirnova, a lawyer representing the company, added that the seizure was a clear violation of Ukrainian law. If Atomic does make its way onto shelves, it will be the first consumer product from the Chernobyl region since the infamous 1986 meltdown, the company said. Atomic is made from apples grown in Ukraine's Narodychi district, which sits on the edge of the exclusion zone and is heavily polluted by fallout from the meltdown. This region has a population of nearly 10,000 people, according to Ukraine's State Statistics Service, and must abide by stringent agricultural restrictions.
Fair enough. I mean, they live near Chernobyl, so.
Excuse me. With Atomic, Smith and his colleagues hope to prove that some products made near the exclusion zone can be safe for consumption, according to the website. It will also turn you into a radioactive Apple man, but they're not adding that to the website. It's bad PR.
Kind of.
Smith says all traces of radiation were removed during the distillation process, making Atomic no more dangerous than other commercially available spirits. Since then, the founders have changed their recipe from a rye-based booze to an apple-based one, but the distillation process still renders the final product completely radiation-free. If Atomic makes it to liquor shops, 75% of the company's profits will be used to help bring jobs and investment to the Chernobyl-affected areas of Ukraine and to further support the community, according to the company's statement. There is a bottle of wine that has been... Why did that just... There has been a bottle of wine exposed to cosmic radiation on board a space station for 14 months. However, it is $1 million.
I mean, if you want to become Fantastic Four, it's what you do.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yeknomeno says this. Yeknomeno says this stuff will take hair off your chest and teeth and third arm. Having hair on your teeth is bad. You should probably not let that grow.
Well, just don't forget, if you grow an extra pinky toe, cut that off and it can get rid of mutants.
Well,
That was a Fallout reference.
I have not played Fallout. I do not know what you are talking about.
Oh, no. See, I'm not that mean to tell Corvus to watch Alex Jones, because he'd probably lose his damn mind.
Okay. Everyone knows about... So it is my turn now, right?
Yes, although we've been going for an hour, so this is normally where we would have our break and we would pimp ourselves. Share our YouTube channels and and things like merch and stuff like that.
Oh, I was thinking something completely different. I didn't know who was going to collect the money.
Yeah, not that kind of pimping.
Okay. I have nothing to give. So I will let you two do.
Well, you could mention the merch store for this channel. That there is merch for this, for MSNBC and for help for the guildless.
He sells merchandise. For
Good
what?
job.
What does he sell merchandise for?
T-shirts, mugs. The link is in the description.
Do what the lady says. Listen, I did not get a certificate or graduate from entertainment communication. Okay, I barely passed 5th grade. So you two do things.
Sarah? Sarah?
I think she is muted.
Oh dear, I was muted. You are doing fine, Corvus.
Did good job.
My apologies. I now understand why Ishtar is always muting herself by accident. It's very fidgety.
Can be.
Ishtar has a Twitch channel, and eventually she will resume streaming on it, probably after the wedding. She also has a Patreon level on Antoine's Patreon, where you can pay her to make baked goods, and she will send them to you once a month. And occasionally she will help out with voices on Cyber Demon Gaming, though If Matt is hoping that she will ever finish the KFC game, he will be waiting a very long time. I imagine that when I go to collect him, I will hear that I can't take him because he's still waiting to finish that game.
That is a good way to extend his life.
Perhaps for someone else.
And I'm Wren. I'm on the Rendition channel. Though if you go to my Twitter, there's currently a poll as to where you guys want me to stream. Because the Renditions channel is still alive. Somehow. So if you want me to stream on there, I can. And for once, I will be live streaming on Thursday. So you will see me. I'll probably be baking elven bread or something. Because we're trying to get a little bit of extra money so we can afford to have some fun with the kids while we're also out in Seattle or Washington area for the wedding that Sarah just mentioned.
Both of them have brought up the wedding to me, and I believe it is because they want me to get them gift.
Mm-hmm.
Or perhaps they're inviting you to the wedding chorus.
I don't know anyone at wedding.
Well, you'll know me. Antoine's gonna be there.
Antoine is going to be running things. He doesn't need to be. He's different.
Ishtar will be there, as will Matt. You know them both.
Me and the minion will be there. Part of the proceeds of what we earn on Thursday will also go to shipping the alcohol, so that way there's some more alcohol at the wedding.
Go watch Wren when she does stream on Thursday.
Yeah, the minion made some nice brews for it.
So
Shall we?
now we go on to other articles.
The ones in the headline. So, I know my headline is the last one.
I am pretty sure I know which one is mine.
Yeah.
Antoine picks very weird articles. Pardon me. All right. World's oldest dildo. When I read this headline, I originally thought they were talking about President Joe Biden.
Oh.
Corvus.
That's mean to dildos.
Just saying. Scientists recently, and this is a real article. This is from the Miami Herald. So this is a real article. Scientists recently discovered the world's oldest sex toy. A prehistoric dildo with a rounded, polished end and carved rings. Boy, I did not believe I was going to ever be reading something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Uncovered during a cave excavation in Germany. The siltstone phallus is estimated to be about 30,000 years old. And it has not been washed once. The toy is being studied in a German university. Imagine being part of that class. But you don't need to trek it to Deutschland to see ancient dildos. This is a real place. The World Erotic Art Museum has a plethora of old sexy time relics on display right here in Miami Beach.
Mm-hmm.
We have objects from Roman and Greek times that are over 3,000 years old. That is 10% of 30,000, so it is not as old as the oldest dildo that you would want to go see. And intricate jade dildos from Japan that are over 1,000 years old. David Tarmago, the museum's art director, said, though media coverage of the discovery in Germany has dubbed the find as a sex toy, Tarmago says that terminology may not exactly be right. Most of these were revered items by specific women who used them to make sure that they were satisfied after man left bed. Placed in the home to promote fertility rather than self-stimulation or intercourse. At least that is what the women told their men. It is not because it is bigger than you or hits places that you could never touch in a million years. It is because it is for promotion of fertility.
It is a good indication of how long women have been sheltering men's egos.
Yeah.
The emphasis in these cultures was to produce large families that could continue the family line and cultural traditions, passing them from fathers to sons. This toy, on the other hand, has been passed down from mother to daughter, and still not washed once. It wasn't until much more recent times that the things we think of as sex toys, vibrators, penetrative dildos, and the like came into play. No, that's just how humans have evolved to find the pleasure centers of brain and on body to make sure that you can, well, get off. The first vibrators came out in the late 1800s as a treatment for female dementia, which imagine going, Sarah, imagine going to the doctor because your husband says that you are crazy and the doctor masturbates you as your treatment.
He would lose his hand.
Well, that's what they used to do. Because dementia, which was then believed to be related to the female orgasm, women would visit doctors who would use vibrating tools to stimulate orgasm.
Yeah, it's called female hysteria.
Da. Oh boy. They found a 30,000-year-old dildo, and now there are people who are saying, no, it's not dildo, it's not dildo, it is fertility art instrument. You cannot call it a sex toy, even though it is a sex toy.
Well, because they don't want to admit it's a sex toy.
Because apparently ancient people did not enjoy sex.
Menno, you'd be surprised. There used to be hand-me-down condoms back in the day.
That's disgusting.
Well, back in the day, before latex or the disposable condom, condoms were made out of basically intestines of animals. And they were made, and a father might use one for a while, pass it down to the son. To be fair, though, those were actually cleaned. So, but they were expensive to get, so that's why you'd pass it down.
Wren, you make me weep for humanity.
I just happen to know a lot of weird facts about history.
Zero Gold, these days those toys would not last long enough to be passed down generationally.
No.
Well, you used to talk to someone named Opal. She broke like 3 vibrators, did she not?
Yes. Yes, she did.
And also, Zero, a lot of those toys were made of things like ivory, bone.
JR says crocodile dung was a contraceptive at one point. Listen, that is listen. That is a step too far. I can no. I do not want that to be anywhere near that area because there are times that I eat at that restaurant and you are not supposed to mix the different things.
Well, thank you for giving me my the segue. People in India warned that smearing themselves in cow poo will not fight COVID.
What?
No.
What? 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 No. I'm going to murder Antoine. I'd never want to do this show again. This is horrible. This is what you talk about on weekly basis. You talk about in.
Sometimes I'm really nice. It depends on the day.
Warn smearing them. I'm reading headline. People in India warned smearing themselves in cow poop will not fight COVID. No, I would. Oh God, that picture must reek. I can smell that picture from here.
Yeah.
I know exactly how that picture smells. It's in their face, on their hair. It is in pants. There's man in underwear.
Mm-hmm.
They're all in underwear.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you hate me, Wren?
I don't hate you. Cringe is not always nice. Now, I will say, after this, I have a nice cringe story. It's funny and sweet, but you have to kind of go through the worst parts to get to the good bits. Medical officials said that there is no scientific evidence behind the practice and warned that it risks spreading other diseases. It comes as the health emergency in the country becomes increasingly desperate, with 22.66 million COVID-19 cases and 246,116 deaths reported so far. Though experts say the true figures could be some 5 to 10 times higher. Patients across the country are facing major shortages of hospital beds, oxygen, medicines, and leaving many to die because of lack of treatment.
Wikipedia snippet says that's one way to get shit-faced.
That is indeed one way to... Yes.
That is bad. You should feel bad about that. Just letting you know. You should. That is not good. That was bad, and you should feel bad.
Yeah.
Oh, and then they get close up. Why? Why must there be close up?
Because there is. In the western state of Gujarat, some people have turned to cow shelters to cover their bodies in cow dung and urine once a week, in hopes that it will boost their immunity and help them recover from the virus.
That no, you see, God damn it, I don't want to do a show anymore. Zeogold says they look like they sat behind someone who ate at Chipotle.
Oh,
That is gross.
that is disgusting. Cows are considered sacred in India, with the animal a symbol of life and the earth, and in the Hindu faith.
I don't. Crosses are supposed to force back vampires. It is not true because most vampires don't believe that humans have that much faith. I'm not saying that vampires are not real. I have known many of my people who have said that they have met vampires. It could possibly be true. It could possibly be a drunken rant. I do not know. I just take on faith from my friends. They are telling me the truth. But it is faith-based. It does not mean it is real. This is just like putting... what does Antoine like to bring up about goop? Jade egg.
Jade eggs.
The jade egg is supposed to make your lady bits strengthen. It's based off faith, not real world science. This is... God, the picture is still zoomed in.
Yes. For centuries, Hindus have used cow dung to clean their homes and pray for prayer rituals, believing it has therapeutic and antiseptic properties.
They use poop
To clean their homes.
to clean.
I've made him go speechless. This is where you get to laugh at me, because in the cringe, I had to choose something that had names I can't possibly pronounce. Gautam Mali Borisa an associate manager at a pharmaceuticals company, claimed the practice had helped him recover from COVID last year. He said, "We see even doctors come here. Their belief is that this therapy improves their immunity and they can go and tend to patients with no fear."
the, the, God, the Wikipedia snippet says, so it is holy shit.
Yes, it's holy shit.
I can't with this article anymore. Please, hurry.
I'll finish up. Mr. Borisa has since been a regular at the Three Shawarma. Fuck this name. A school run by Hindu monks near the Indian
There
headquarters.
are too many consonants in those words.
Yes, there are. And see what I mean? It tortures me too. It's a fair trade. At the Indian headquarters of Zydus Cadala, which is developing its own vaccine. As people wait for the poo and urine mixture on their bodies to dry, they hug or honor the cows at the shelter and practice yoga to boost energy levels. The mixture is then washed off with milk or buttermilk.
Oh. No. All of this is there is nothing good about it. There's more.
The rest of the article, I'll sum it up. Basically, they're being warned that there is a chance that it could spread other diseases because of the materials in which they're using.
Yes, they are rubbing dung all over themselves. It would be like you rolling in manure that is fresh.
Yeah.
Mixed with urine.
Yeah.
I'm going to find Anton and I'm going to shove his head down the toilet.
Don't worry, I have a nice one to finish out.
Did you want me to choose an article?
I believe since that's headline ones, you have the giant,
Yes, I was just wondering.
the naked giant.
Yes.
And now there are naked giants?
Yes,
Discovery about a naked giant carved into English hillside arouses scientists. Little was known about the well-endowed San Abbas giant in England until now. Unraveling the mystery behind a very erect giant carved into a hillside has been hard, but a recent discovery is hopefully leading scientists closer to the naked truth. The cartoonish ancient figure, known as the San Abbas giant, is sculpted into the chalk hillside above San Abbas in Dorset, England. Basically, it's big, it's holding a club, and it has a phenomenal phallus. For centuries, people have speculated about the age and meaning of the giant hewn into the hillside. Many theories have surrounded the giant's identity and origins, including ancient symbol of spirituality, the likeness of the Greco-Roman hero Hercules, mockery of Oliver Cromwell, and a fertility aid. The National Trust writes about the figure.
See, ancient depictions of giant penis. This is just porn. Someone threw porn into the mountainside or hillside. It's always
They were
a
very
fertility.
dedicated to it.
It's always quote unquote for fertility.
Many theories have surrounded the giant's identity and origins, including ancient symbol of spirituality, likeness. Oh, I've already read that, forgive me. There's even a theory that the figure was carved around the body of an actual giant who was slain by the local townspeople. Of course. In July 2020, the BBC reported that scientists had extracted soil samples from the giant to determine its age. The results were delayed due to the coronavirus pandemic. However, the scientists did find microscopic snails in the sediment samples, which included species that were introduced into Britain in the medieval period, meaning the giant is unlikely to be prehistoric. Later that week, the National Trust finally revealed that the giant was probably first created in the late Saxon period, somewhere around AD 908.
See, Ray has already gone to bed. I am sure he would have gotten a kick out of this article. And he is not here, but I can hear Antoine giggling.
Yes.
Wherever he is, I can hear him giggling.
Apparently, this predated the nearby San Abbey, which was founded in 987 AD. There's a theory that this would seem to be an act of resistance by the local people to create this fantastically rude pagan image on the hillside. It's like a big 2 fingers to the abbey. I think that's quite humorous.
Zio Gold is asking, so this is the first dick pic? Duh.
Yes.
I don't think it's the first one, but it's definitely the largest one recently found.
True. Yeah, there probably are more historical dick pics.
Alright.
Now on to Florida Man.
I don't know which one to read. They are all bad. Here,
Pick one.
I will do this one. It is not as bad as the others.
If it helps, Antoine occasionally makes the chat choose which one he's going to do next.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I will just choose this one. Run, don't walk to this Florida sock burning festival to celebrate the start of flip-flop weather.
Okay.
There is a sock burning festival to celebrate flip-flop weather in Florida. As far as I know, that is all year round.
Well, you know what? At least admitting that socks and sandals don't go together.
Wikipedia snippet says Florida, America's dick. It is an apt description. Okay, it is actually really hard to run in flip-flops, so maybe you should opt to just drive. I want to point out that this article is from Not the Bee, which is the real world articles done by the people who also run the Babylon Bee. So this is real, this is not joke. This Saturday, Panama City, Florida will celebrate its 24th, you've done this 24 times, 24th annual Blessing of the Feet and Burning of the Socks Festival, or as they say locally, Bless the Fleet and Free the Feet. I hate everything about this already.
You are the one who chose it.
Yeah.
I did not necessarily pick this. This was given to me. I'm just picking it out of the... This is the nicest one of... You polish a turd, it is still a turd.
At least this is kind of a fun festival. I'm guessing blessing the feet is cleaning the feet. So you get your feet cleaned and you agree that socks and sandals are an abomination that need to be prevented. It's not bad.
The festival includes a prayer of blessing for local fishermen and the burning of socks as a way to welcome in summer. If that's not weird enough on its own, consider that they burn the socks in a porcelain tub. Not sure what I was picturing, but that definitely wasn't it. The fun and definitively Floridian festival will have live entertainment and a charity benefit fish fry in addition to the sock burning and blessing. That's one way to kick off summer.
Yeah, that is.
They burn their socks in a porcelain tub. Is that like the 70s where women burned bras?
Yeah.
I
Only
always
much smellier.
I always wished that I was around during the 70s to watch them just take it off and burn bra. But I am man, so.
Okay. Here, I'm going to give you something nice. How's that sound there, Corvus?
I am looking forward to nice.
A teenager accidentally moves into a retirement village after skipping a flat viewing.
How is it possible?
I don't. We're going to find out. It's very cute. A teenager claims she accidentally moved into a retirement village after signing her tenancy agreement without viewing the property. Madison Coate, 19, was left puzzled when all of her neighbors appeared to be over the age of 65 after she moved into a flat in Arkansas. A week later, she stumbled across a sign that explained everything. She was the only teenager living in a community of pensioners. Oh, but she has the perfect job for it. The nursing assistant who moved it there from Oklahoma filmed herself covering her face in embarrassment as she stood next to a senior citizens apartment sign.
See, that is what I don't understand. You have to. They have specific specifications that you are supposed to fill out before moving into those places. Did she pay in cash?
To answer that question, that part of the article explains later. They're an equal opportunity place to move in, so it's not just senior citizens. They can't discriminate on age, which is how she got in.
Got it. Continue.
In a video update, she said, "How is life at the old folks' home, you might ask? Let me show you. When I get home, it's usually always super quiet because most of my neighbors are asleep by the time I get home. But one major perk is I can play music whenever I want to because some of them can't hear." Another fun thing about living in old folks' home is I can always hear about the tea down in town. Old folks are gossipy.
That is okay. That was what she. I am not. What is it? I am not hip to lingo.
Yeah, the tea would be gossip.
Ah.
Another fun thing is whenever I come home after a long day, everyone asks how I'm doing. Anyway, it's how my life is going here at the old folks' home. And just remember, if you're struggling with a rent, start your retirement early. When the question on how the teenager was allowed to move into the retirement village, Madison explained it's an equal opportunity housing that doesn't discriminate on age, despite being designed for senior citizens. And this is why she does it. She told Newsweek that the cheap rent was a financial blessing, revealing she pays $350 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment.
I'm
That is
sorry,
an
what?
exceptional rent.
For 2 bedrooms,
2 bedrooms.
$350 a month.
Yeah. Oh, and fun fact about old folks' homes, that usually includes your utilities.
I am feeling the age of 55.
And she plans on staying for quite a while. She absolutely loves her neighbors. And I can't blame them. The neighbors probably love that the 19-year-old nursing assistant is right there.
She can stay as long as she wants. By the time she is 55, she will fit right in.
Well, yeah, but not to mention, think about it. She has the perfect job for it. She's already a nursing assistant. Look, there's old people to help right there. Plus, you're the youngest person there. There's probably 5 million old ladies who are ready to feed you dinner. So not only is your rent cheap, but you're never going to have to make dinner ever again.
That is very good point. Can I identify a senior citizen and move in?
Yes, you can.
I will
Just
do
find an equal. The trick is equal opportunity housing facility for it, because the ones that are straight up old folks apartments won't let you move in, but the equal opportunity places, they'll let you in.
Zero Gold, you cannot stop me from identifying as 55 years old. Age is just a number, just like race and sexuality and gender. I can be whatever I want.
But yeah, Ghost Dog, that's cheap rent. And again, think of her grocery bill. Old ladies love feeding people.
Sarah, I do believe it is your turn.
It is. And I'm torn between admiring her cleverness and wondering if she's worked something out with the management to allow her to stay, or being upset that she's taking advantage of her situation like that.
Uh,
It is an old folks' home. There's no
technicality, only because I work in this field, there's different qualifications for where older people can retire. There is retirement communities, which is where old folks who are completely independent but no longer say want to have a whole 2-story house themselves go.
Yes.
Then the step up is assisted living. That's where they only need a little bit of help, but they can still live on their own. And those would be more, you have to be old to live there. And then there's retirement home. Retirement home is full on, you need a nurse checking on you like 4 times a day.
Yes,
It
it still
sound-
feels as if she is taking advantage of something and should not be. But if she makes herself available to help the old, I don't see that there's that much of an issue for it.
Plus, if she's not disturbing the old people at much.
My concern would be more along the lines of, now that it has been advertised that she is doing this, others will try to do the same, and they will not be so accommodating.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those things of, you have to be like I said, she's of the right field of work, and 2, the right demographic to live in such a quiet place and be okay. So
There are always those who are going to take advantage of the system,
Yeah.
however.
that is
I-
true.
Don't foresee this ending well.
Unless they start putting age gates and grandfathering her in. But
Well, I suppose I shall continue on.
yes.
Gigantic skeleton filmed on the ocean floor. Footage captured during an oil and gas expedition shows what looks like the remains of a truly enormous creature. The intriguing video, which was posted online by Deborah Hatswell of BBR Investigations, allegedly provided by a man who works with remote operated vehicles on the ocean floor. Captured in the Mediterranean back in 2017, it shows something very unusual. Now, I must stress this video was taken by professionals who work underwater in oceans all across the globe, Hatswell wrote. They know whale bones and come across them from time to time. The dimensions of the skeleton on the video does not fit with the usual size for any sea life in the area. A whale has 3 blades on its spinal bones, each spaced 120 degrees apart, and this creature seems to only have 2. The individual who provided the footage also added, "The bones could be very ancient because I have seen many clay amphora sticking out of the mud, and they have been there for potentially thousands of years. The bones were about 30 meters long and very large and look like they belonged to a serpent of some kind. Could this be some undiscovered species of giant undersea creature? The footage is below."
I am,
Unless Corvus is already playing it.
yes, I am playing footage. I believe it is Loch Ness Monster, only not in Loch Ness. Plesiosaur.
A plesiosaur.
Da. Because that is a real thing, you understand. Not everyone knows plesiosaur is a real thing. I'm talking about Loch Ness Monster. There are river monsters and lake monsters all over country, all over world. Everyone has one. This is just they have actual evidence of Loch Ness Monster.
Of course they do.
It is not fake. Look, they found bones. This is from professional crew.
Yes, but the Loch Ness monster itself is not necessarily real, Corvus.
It is very real.
perhaps the species it's attributed to was alive at one point. I didn't collect it, so we'll leave it to history, but I don't think that the current iteration of Loch Ness Monster is real.
Well, it is smaller version, but it is not. It is a real thing.
And can you prove this?
Well, I cannot physically prove it. I did have a picture of Loch Ness Monster at one point, and then unfortunately, when I went to go show it to someone, well, it unfortunately it got lost.
Did it?
Duh. I even you know I took picture with it. It stood next to me. I was able to get things and
It posed for a picture with you. Are you sure it was not a man in a suit?
it was not man in. I know what man in suit looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Very well.
You have Sasquatch in your chat, and you do not believe Loch Ness Monster is a thing.
Ray has conversations with us. He's an excellent author. He's written about us. His life has been, his species has been confirmed with very little doubt. No one can say the same thing about the Loch Ness Monster.
I myself am confirming the validity
Everyone can say that. You require proof. You lost, quote unquote, the proof that you had. If you get more proof and show it to me, I will reconsider.
Wren, you believe me, right? I saw Loch Ness Monster.
Totally believe you. I believe you saw Loch Ness Monster.
Exactly. Loch Ness Monster. See? Wren knows that I am right. So we move on to what now?
That would be
Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Oh, I have to read another one?
Yes.
You
Well, almost done. There's only 20 minutes left.
This show takes so long.
It only takes so long because you are being tortured with Florida Man. It does not feel that long to me.
All right, I will do what you suggested last time. I will let chat choose. I have another. He chose another one to do with Florida Man and alligators.
You're going to notice that's a trend.
Or he has one, Florida Man and a Hummer. So 1 for alligator, 2 for Hummer. And I have not looked at article yet. I'm just looking, so I'm hoping it is the good kind of Hummer and not the car. You two get to vote too as well, right? Yes.
Yes.
No.
And I vote alligator.
I thought we didn't get to vote.
We get to vote, but
Sure, alligator.
So we have 2 for alligator, 1 for Hummer. See, Ghost Dog is hoping it is the good type of Hummer, not the car. I don't know how Antoine is going to show that on his stream, though. It may get shut down.
We'll have to do the best we can. He's the one who puts you in here. If it gets the stream shut down, that's entirely his own fault.
You have good point.
yeah.
Alright, we will do alligator since no one is talking in chat. It says, watch. Giant alligator chases Florida man during tarpon fishing.
Tarpon fishing.
I'm assuming that is fish.
I'm assuming that's got to be a fish.
Zero Gold would like to point out, for fuck's sake, you're a soul reaper that knocks boots with a cyber demon, yet you say that the Loch Ness Monster isn't real.
Yes, because I don't believe it is. Loch Ness would not be able to support biologically something of that size. If I'm wrong, then I am wrong, and I will admit it as such once it has been shown to me that I am wrong. So far, though, nothing has come to show me I was wrong.
Alright, so there is an actual article with this, and then there's a couple videos.
I did not believe Antoine existed at first either until he walked out of that portal and asked me to be part of a defunct show.
How did he do that, by the way?
What?
Travel to different dimension.
Something about an algorithm and some sort of complex programming. I honestly did not understand.
Did you leave your Wi-Fi unlocked?
No, I was actually just collecting the souls of a death cult who sought to try and control me. It's very awkward. I am not that kind of girl.
I know very many people who would be very interested in that type of technology.
Yes, but he will not share it. When I want to go home to visit the sisters, then he just opens a door for me.
That's
Tom says, narrator, but she didn't admit she was wrong, like her sister. She just reaped the person who proved her wrong. She doesn't take things well.
I beg your pardon. When I am wrong, and it is shown to me that I'm wrong, I take it perfectly well.
Well, let's get on with this. Since you said this show is almost over, I would like it to be over soon. A 22-year-old man had the most terrifying moment of his life when a tarpon fishing at sunrise in a tropical wetland in Florida in the United States. Because there are Florida places elsewhere, apparently. Everything was going well, and he even managed to catch a fish. As he started wounding the spool reel, he noticed a gigantic alligator raising its head out of water and about to approach him. Stunned, he stepped back, but the reptile chased him. A video of incident showed, "Jesus Christ, I got to be careful here," said Tommy Lee as he first saw the alligator. Then he retreated a couple of steps, but the angry alligator approached him quickly, forcing him to run backward, during which Mr. Lee fell down. Well, that's not good. He collected himself immediately and again ran to escape the predator. The incident happened on May 8th in the Everglades, a natural region of tropical wetlands in southern Florida. And the video was shot with a GoPro camera attached to Mr. Lee. At one point, the video showed the alligator had come frighteningly close to Mr. Lee and reduced the gap between them to less than 10 feet. After a few rounds of back and forth, the alligator finally retreated into water, with Mr. Lee again going to the lake to verify its presence. Why? Why would you go back to where the alligator was coming for you?
because reasons.
I got spooked by him being surrounded by bushes. Alligator could have been anywhere, or there could have been more than one. And then he fell. Glad it wasn't tragedy, commented Michael Staples Stumvoll on the video. I hereby nominate him for a coveted Darwin Award runner-up trophy. A third user, Alex Figueroa, who has a YouTube channel dedicated to Florida's wildlife, said this was most likely a female alligator with a nest of eggs nearby and felt threatened by your presence. It was a good thing that you saw it when you did, because she could have surfaced at the edge and it perhaps would have been too late for you to escape at that point. She was nice and gave you warning. Tom says, that's what she says now, but Jonestown. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
I was not responsible for Jonestown. I do not do the killing. I simply collect the souls, unless you've seriously irritated me.
Yeah.
Wikipedia, are you speaking of me? When you comment that the other woman than Wren sounded like an automated voice at first?
And Yeknomeno said, this is how you get alternative Rusky-dominated timeline. Listen, I do not know what they want to do with technology like that. I just know that they would look very, very, and pay very, very well for technology like that. All right, there is video, so we go to play video.
Let's go play video.
This is boring. Why do people like fishing?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, there it is.
Gotta be careful here.
If you want the reason some men like fishing, it's called getting away from the wife.
My name is Sarah.
Oh, he fell down.
Yeah.
Her name is Sarah.
Falling down.
Well,
Reasonable.
that puts an end to my
Response.
tarpon fishing.
Alligator coming after you.
Wow.
Apparently still attached to your fishing rod.
You stomp
Get
at
back.
alligator. Don't be stupid. Oh, yeah, you run. You run now. Alligators can run up to 35 miles an hour. I hope you know that. Well, not
Drop
run.
the fishing pole.
They can sprint up to 35 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Simply cut the line and cut your losses.
Do not go back and look for it, you stupid person.
This is how people die in
Hey.
horror movies.
Hey, buddy.
You're going back. Why are you going back? Why are you being stupid?
Because Florida.
And I am out of here.
You should have been
Screw
out
that.
of there. You should have been out of there when it started to chase you.
Again, Florida.
I do not. That was big alligator. She was a good mother alligator. She was protecting her. She gave warning, like firing warning shot, which is actually illegal. But you know, they do
Yeah.
it in movies, so it must be real.
Still illegal. All right. My last article. Police swarm the home of mortified mom who left her corpse outside.
Oh, you are not supposed to do that. Look, when it gets cold and you don't want to throw them away properly, yes, I understand. You leave them outside, they become corpsicles, and then you can easily break them up into smaller pieces and put them in trash can. But it is not something you should be leaving out. I'm pretty sure neighbors do not like the smell.
I love the detail you throw in there, Corvus. The hazards of not properly disposing of a fake body. A UK woman was mortified after an errantly placed Halloween prop prompted a squad of 10 police officers to surround her home on the suspicion that she had committed murder.
Well, if she left her body out like that, then she deserved to be getting caught.
I arrived home from the school run to see 2 police cars driving away from my house, from outside my house. Bedfordshire's Clara Louise told Triangle News of her near arrest. The fiasco was sparked by a dummy wrapped in garbage bags and duct tape that the mother of 2 had used as a spooky decoration for the kids' holiday party. My 5-year-old boy is really into dressing up for every occasion, so we did an inside up with a circus theme, and he dressed for it. So the prop was in the garden, and the prop in the garden was part of our theme. What does the body have to do with circus?
Spooky circus. You know, clowns are never good for anyone.
Yeah, it's just spooky circus works. Louise had kept the faux cadaver in the garden since November. However, the hairdresser had recently relocated the holiday holdovers behind some garbage bins while gardening and forgot to put it back before picking up her elder son from school.
Wait,
Go
so
fig-
what she is saying is she did not clean up her Halloween decorations.
Yes. and left a thing that looked like a body wrapped in duct tape and garbage bags where her neighbors can see.
Here, what is Bill Ingvall? Here's your sign.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Go figure, the macabre prop sparked suspicion amongst Louise's neighbors, who dialed the UK emergency number 999, prompting a whopping 10 officers to descend upon the unsuspecting mother. Louise was aghast after arriving home to see that her house had become a crime scene. I get out of my car to my neighbor standing there, in which I asked jokingly, "What have you done?" The mortified mom. Then I was told that the cops, were all at my house as 3 people had called in to report a dead body. A Bedfordshire police spokesperson later told the Daily Mail that they had received reports that what was believed to be a body bag in Houston Regis. Thankfully, Louise was able to explain to cops that she had, in fact, not killed anyone. While her 5-year-old stood telling them how much he loves Halloween and we can't get rid of the body because he loves it. For calling the mom, adding that she promised to put the fake stiff away in a secure place. Needless to say, both the cops and the neighbors saw the funny side of the situation, according to Louise.
Yekno Menno says, of corpse, nobody was hurt.
But jump.
I need to talk to Antoine about getting Rimshot Sounder to play for people. Your chat is entirely filled with people who do one-liners and puns.
Yes, it is. God.
Antoine is very fond of them.
She did recall asking the police how they could think the prop was a person with the legs that short. Quote, "You might have cut them off. Cut them," the police said reportedly in a reply. "Oh, did you check my bins?" she recounted, adding, "They looked a bit concerned and asked, should we?" The flustered mom told them that she was asked to chop it up and get rid of it, but ultimately decided to put him in the shed with the others until next Halloween. The gross misunderstanding has made waves on social media, with one commenter quipping, "Neighbors obviously thought you were capable of murder and adopt you," using slang term for meaning someone suspected of wrongdoing. "I wouldn't speak to them anymore." One said, "Did they actually check to ensure it wasn't a body? Or was this the perfect crime?" Joked another. While Louise certainly saw the humor in the situation, she said, "Tip for all parents who go out for Halloween: dispose of props or put them away safely." This isn't the first time cops have been called over our graphic Halloween decor. A Texas man prompted multiple police visits after erecting a series of bloody holiday displays straight out of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That man sounds awesome when it comes to Halloween.
I'm also sure that he puts his props and things away. It is May. It is months after Halloween. Months.
I just love the kids' comment of, "Mom, don't get rid of the body. I love it."
Children make odd attachments to things.
They do, but that would probably be the one time you don't want your kids saying that.
Tom
That
says,
depends on the age of the child.
Tom
Sure.
says that we learned it by watching you, Dad. This is first time on show. You learn nothing from me. I am not father. I have no idea who Look, I only have fun with woman one time so far, and she was, according to her, on some type of birth control, so I have no idea if it happened or not. She has not contacted me before, so that's... I am not father.
Corvus. Perhaps not the best thing to admit to anyone.
What?
Also, also, it is time to end the show.
Yes.
Oh, thank God. I do not know how you do this for 2 hours every week.
I do not.
She doesn't. Me and Ish. You learn.
I would go mad. The stupidity of people is driving me crazy. Alright, so how does he end things? How do we end things?
Well, you thank the people who were here. You would thank me and Sarah and list our stuff. I'll save you the time. Ish's things are listed down below. I'll have yeah, my Twitter needs to be updated, but you can find links to where we all are. Click all the links and find us. And then you would tell people to get out and close the stream.
Oh, okay. So thank you all for joining us for MSNBC, my snarky broadcast
My snarky news
broad-
broadcasting channel.
I was just making sure how it works by doing the letters myself. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
My snarky news broadcast channel. My name is Corvus. I have been joined by Sarah and Wren, who have stuff linked down below. Is there more?
Exactly. No, that's it. You did very well. Thank you, Corvus, for hosting for us tonight.
Yes.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Have good night, everyone.